The Bureau's report states that it has recordings of telephone conversations between the Inspector General and Mr. Sattar, allegedly discussing procurement deals and kickbacks. The description of how the IG seems compromised is clear in the report, and so I have decided to remove him from office on that basis. Strangely, unlike its detailing of the IG's apparent compromised conduct, the Bureau's report contains no information or description of any kind regarding what exactly the Chief of Staff for State Residencies and the Board Chairperson of PPDA did in relation to the 5 contracts the Bureau has been investigating. The same applies to the Vice President. The report states that the Bureau has concluded that he is among the 13 who conducted themselves corruptly in dealing with Mr. Sattar. And despite my appeal to the Bureau to produce a report of its findings about what these individuals did, the Bureau's report provides no single piece of information about that, nor has the Bureau interviewed them or given an explanation for the omission of those critical details, which leaves me no more informed about their involvement today than I was 3 weeks ago. But because the mentioning of their names in this report raises public suspicion, it is necessary for me to take measures to protect public trust in those offices. I have therefore decided to do so as follows. The Chief of Staff for State Residencies is hereby suspended to pave way for the investigations without his interference. The Chairperson of the PPDA will similarly be excused from his official duties, and I have already instructed the Secretary of the President and Cabinet to do so using appropriate legal instruments related to statutory bodies. And I have also directed her to work with the relevant service commissions to effect similar measures with respect to the other implicated public servants who do not report to me. As for the Vice President, his office is unique in that the Constitution does not provide for his suspension or removal from it by the President, because he holds that office by the will of Malawian voters, which I respect. As such, the best I can do for now, which is what I have decided to do, is to withhold from his office any delegated duties while waiting for the Bureau to substantiate its allegations against him and to make known its course of action in relation to such. I have taken these measures to address a 7th factor that drives corruption, namely, the continuation of official public duties of those accused of wrongdoing by an independent institution like the Bureau. But I must say that while I remain confident that the Bureau is critical to this fight because of the glaring information gaps in its report, including the absence of any information about what the Bureau's plan of action is, I consider the report to be an example of substandard work.